Hello, my name is Thomas Krallo and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things trading, money and finances in general. Now today I would like to talk to you about the brokers. So you might be looking to get into trading, but you have no idea how to select a broker and how to choose the correct one. Now if that's the case, then this video is for you. There are literally thousands of different brokerage companies out there in the world, and quite sadly, most of them are complete trash. Now, it is a very slippery slope when it comes to selecting a good broker. Now, there are many different things that you should watch out for, and I'd like to begin by talking about the biggest problem that a lot of traders are running into with the brokers nowadays, and that is the conflict of interest. Now, the first thing that you have to understand is that most of the brokers don't even put out your trades into the real market, meaning that you are basically trading in a simulator, and those kinds of that way of trading is usually provided by those famous brokers that so many people are trading with, and those brokers are IQ Option, eToro, Plus 500, FX Pro, and basically pretty much 95% of all the Forex brokers are doing it in this way, meaning that you are actually not a part of the market. So the broker knows that the vast majority of retail traders, just like myself and you perhaps, lose money. It's about, the statistics are crazy. Some are reporting 70%, but I've seen statistics as high as 97% of retail traders lose at least some or all of their funds in the financial markets. Brokers know that very well. Therefore, they do not even put out your trades into the market. So this is a huge conflict of interest. They are not interested in you making money, and these kinds of brokers, you must at all cost, at any cost, you must stay away from them. And once again, those are IQ Option and partially I think it was eToro and Plus 500, FX Pro, and all the Forex brokers, the small ones, big ones, etc. These are the brokers that you will have less chances of making money consistently. There are quite a few technical reasons that go along with this problem of the conflict of interest, which is also the type of the market data, but that's something that we'll talk about shortly. So you must choose the broker that would actually send out your trades into the world, into the financial markets, meaning that the only way the broker is making money is from the commissions. So that's right. When you hear and see those fancy advertisements of brokers saying that they have 0% commissions on stocks or futures or whatever, or zero spreads, which is absolutely ridiculous, because any market, it's just the function of the market. There must be a spread, sometimes more, sometimes less. It depends on the volatility of the instrument and etc. So zero spreads and zero commissions is a red flag. If you see something that is cheaper, it does not mean that it's better. And in the world of trading, when it comes to brokers, more expensive actually means better. Unfortunately, it is this way. And another thing is that sure, maybe FX Pro, Plus 500 and IQ Option and eToro wouldn't do something like this, but a lot of smaller brokers, what they do, they take their scam, basically it's all a scam, they take it to another level. The market maker, so the broker, they actually see where the stops are, stops of their clients. So for example, for one given instrument, S&P 500, the CFDs for example, they can see where the stops are. So oftentimes, and this has happened many times, I've seen quite a few different situations and actually some lawsuits happening because of this, when the broker actually extends a candle or a bar or whatever, so the price within this broker of that certain instrument, for example S&P 500, moves lower than it did in the real market. So this is basically manipulating the market data. Why do they do it? The reason is simple: to pull the stops, because when they pull the stops, they just throw this amount of money into losses, meaning that the losses of their customers, they turn those losses into their own profits. So they're not, once again, sending the trades out into the real markets. They are just using those numbers to create a simulation of trading for their clients, and when the clients lose the money, they keep it. So some of those smaller brokers would actually manipulate the market data ever so slightly to make more money, to pull the stops. And that, of course, I mean, trading is super sensitive even through a good broker, and if these kinds of things start happening, then it's just a disaster. It's basically impossible to make consistent profits professionally with a good manner of trading using those brokers. Now, reason number 2 why I do not like FX Pro, Plus 500, IQ Option, eToro, and all of these super popular and well-marketed brokerage firms, because of the trading software. And the trading software is very, very primitive, quite old. Some of them are using stuff like MT4, which is, I mean, it was okay 20 years ago or 10 years ago, but nowadays I personally prefer to use Pro Real Time with interactive brokers. We'll talk about that in a moment. It just overall, even the graphics of the software is better. The order book is a lot easier to understand. Just in general, even the indicators, the mathematical indicators that I do not really like using, but they are a lot easier to see and understand, and all the lines are smoother and nicer. So just in general, the software with a good professional broker is gonna be better than those super well marketed in-house market brokers, as I call them. So that's the thing number 2 that you should look out for, because trading software is incredibly important. It's crucial for your trading. It's not gonna change very much. It's not gonna make a profitable trader out of a losing trader. However, it is gonna affect the long-term results by at least a few percent here and there. And when it comes to sensitive trading and hyperactive risky trading, which is day trading, this is gonna be becoming very important, and you should be watching out for that, and you must have good trading software. Now, the reason number 3 why these kinds of brokers are not very good is the type of the market data. So we've already spoken about it, that they might be manipulating the data. So you have to actually ask them if they provide in-house market data or the real market data. The real market data is just a direct feed from the market. So for example, DAX 30, that's Eurex, which is located in Frankfurt, and interactive brokers, for example, they provide direct access to Eurex. That's good market data. By subscribing to this market data, you'll be able to see the same numbers, the same market movement, precisely all the same as the guys on Wall Street see. So that's what you want to have. And a lot of brokers actually have in-house market data, which can be slightly different. You might not even notice it with a naked eye, but me, with a lot of trading experience, if I look at 2 charts, I will see those details and I'll see those small differences. And this is incredibly important. And actually, a lot of brokers, they will hide the fact that they have in-house market data. They will say that they have real market data, so you have to do your own research on that, and it is incredibly important, once again, because trading is super detailed and you cannot afford to have such small problems with your market data. And lastly, there are different types of market data. Of course, we've just spoken about the in-house market data and the real market data, but there is also level 1 market data and level 2 market data. Level 2 is basically the data feed for the active order flow, order book, depth of market, whatever you would prefer to call it. And that's those bars and columns that you can see behind me, the ones that are jumping up and down. Those are the actual active orders in the order book, so you can see the actual amount of orders that are at certain price points. And these are, it depends on the brokers and the market itself, of course. Some markets do not provide more than 10 slots up and down, some provide 20. The Russian market provides a lot more. That's actually the reason why I like it that very much, because it's very, very transparent. European market is less transparent, the US market is somewhat okay. And this is the market data level 2. And this is something that you absolutely must have in your trading arsenal. You want to see that heart of the market. If you see a strong key market level and maybe all-time high, some super strong resistance with very specific rules how to market and how to trade it, and then if you can actually see that there is a confirmation in the order book from the heart of the market, the live data, level 2 data, that there is strong power coming and huge orders are set out at that precise key market level, you know that you can trade it, that there is gonna be an impulse. The selling power is stronger than the buying power, or vice versa, which of course comes down to the simple law of supply and demand. And a lot of brokers, they will say that they do have the level 2 market data. However, here is another trick. I know that all of this might sound a little bit confusing, but this is the professional approach, and this is what a good trader would be looking for in a broker when he or she is analyzing and choosing from the huge number of brokers out there. So now a little bit about level 2 market data. A lot of these crappy brokers, especially Forex brokers like FX Pro and FX whatever other things, would actually provide the second level data, or they say that they provide second level data. However, you have to ask them if this second level data is from within the broker, so that, for example, FX Pro, or is it within the whole market? Because actually the majority of the brokers that provide the second level data, they will only show the orders that are pending and set out at certain price points within that broker, which is meaningless. It's not gonna help you in any way at all. You want to see the level 2 data from the whole market, so from the whole world, meaning if you're trading S&P 500, you want to see the orders from the whole world. So all traders that are currently trading S&P 500, all those orders that the level 2 can possibly provide. Seeing just the orders within one broker is absolutely pointless. And that's what those brokers like to do very, very often. So now there you have it. And to answer the question, which broker is good? Well, there are quite a few good brokers, big brokers. It really depends on your trading style. So if you are day trading, doing those hyperactive, risky things with high potential returns, then Interactive Brokers is gonna be a good choice. There is not very much of conflict of interest. The commissions are there. The spreads are normal, like in the real market. The level 2 market data is great. It's from the whole world, so it's not just from Interactive Brokers. And yeah, so basically it's a good choice. Sure, there are drawbacks to Interactive Brokers. You cannot open a $50 account with them because they are not interested in you opening a $50 account. I think the minimum deposit was around $3,000, which for the world of trading is still nothing. So you shouldn't be scared of that. When a broker is offering you to open an account with $50 or $100, that's something that I would be worried about, because they are looking to get as much cash as possible into their system and then later keep in their pockets when their poor, uneducated retail traders lose all of their money. So yeah, that's basically my take on the brokers and what I would be looking with, my professional view to the markets and to this business in general. These are the things that you should be looking out for when selecting a broker. And really, I'm not affiliated with Interactive Brokers. There is almost no affiliation program. They're not offering any crap like that. So I'm not affiliated with them, and I'm not affiliated with any brokers. I'm just speaking my mind and telling my story, what worked for me, what didn't work, and my view to all of these super marketed brokerage firms and the stuff that they're offering and the kind of a scam that they're operating. Because when you are actually trying to make money by trading, it's a paradox. It makes no sense that there is a conflict of interest. You want to make the money and the broker wants you to lose the money, because that's how they are gonna make the biggest payday, is you losing the money, especially the ones that are offering free commissions and zero spreads, which is complete nonsense. And Interactive Brokers, they are interested in you making more and more money and trading more and more, because the only way they make money is from the commissions, and that's fantastic, and that's what speaks for itself, and that's the structure of the brokerage firm that can be trusted. Just remember that. All right, well, as always, link in the description for the recording of my latest free trading webinar if you're interested. And besides that, thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Show a little bit of support. Like the video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, or contact me on Instagram if you have any trading related questions. I'm always happy to reply to those to the best of my ability. I'm quite a busy guy, but I tend to reply to everybody. All right, once again, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next videos.